Ki khubor ka Batisi TV. Lawan Rashapi da ka Frank Motors. The dark is here to rule.
Ka IZ Group of Institution Bangalore, Kadai ka College Babatam na banta ka Jingpuli Nursing, but Paramedical Course, Hospital Training, Pinyo Scholarship but 6% ka kam, Haki Hospital Bahedo ha India but Shabari. Na banta ka Jingpuli, ka Jingsiyo ka Baret but Pila Banlet Puli, da ka Education Loan, Pila Urban Chukol hau number, Kandai Nyo Nyo, Sao Sao, San Rin Rio, Pranon, Lani, Kandai Pran Rio Laisan, Pan Riway Kandai Pran.
Hatu pikwa baki janjong pikil kuit bha benar kam daka Oswell Soup hilaban yo na barok kidukan ka Forest and Environment Department haringkat ka Meghalaya State Pollution Control Board ka Rakhe ya ka Sngi Pynneh Mariang ni ka World Environment Day hagan rio turik ujliu ar hazar ar phulai hagan ni ka jingalang ka balalong State Convention Center Menteri Rangba ka Jylla ukonrat ki sangma ulawan banlong kum ukongsan Hagan ni kasngin lor ki jingkren na kinongkren ba per kaladon ru ka jing sam kusnam ya ki khna school ki bala job ha ki jinga ko ba per shwa ya kani Menteri Rangba ula leit ban pli ya ka Nature Interpretation Center ka badan ha phanong lait bang ula leit ru ban thung dieng ha mau ka syang kum ka dak ka jing Rakhe ya ka World Environment Day
and then prominent animal and bird species of the states. A little bit of details and then in English.
Anybody can go inside. Tamarind is one of the most hunted animal areas of North.
To make all possible changes in my daily life to protect the environment. I also commit to continuously motivate my family, friends, and others about the importance of environmentally friendly habits. Thank you very much.
Very consistently, as Commission Secretary Forest was mentioning, that we should not celebrate only one day, but we have to celebrate on all 365 days. So taking that message, in fact, if you recollect, in 2018, our Honorable Chief Minister has launched a program called One Tree, One Citizen. So that has been going on. In fact, when in 2018 when we started, and 2019 we started using physically, do a lot of work involving the village communities. So that work was going on. At the same time, we also now using technology. Today, you must have seen like seed balls, how actually we can use technology to really bring that kind of a tree plantation. So there is a lot of advancements, and 2019 again I would like to say that we are the first state to bring an integrated water policy. So which is again just before the government of India brought Jal Shakti ministry, the state government has brought water policy, and based on that a lot of work is happening. In fact, based on that water policy, a lot of work. One of some of the things, as I would like to say, this award is also as part of that design, where through a World Bank project, community-led landscape management project, 400 villages have been taken up, and with that intervention, basically how actually these villages are identified by NRSA, in fact NESAC, how actually these are all degraded villages. And these villages, with a very consistent intervention in the last 4 to 5 years, these villages have shown a great example how actually we can really change the situation, how actually we can address a lot of climate change and environment related problems. So this is a very, very good news, and based on that, in fact, last year, I think you all aware, our Honorable Chief Minister again brought a first of its kind initiative in the country, that is Payment to Ecosystem Services, PES. This is again a very interesting thing. PES means basically wherever somebody is having the forest. In fact, I would like to tell you, this is a report that actually we just published for 400 villages where the community-led landscape management project is being implemented. Based on that, almost close to 50% of the forest is owned by the community and majority is by the individuals. So to make sure that the forest is not cut and conserved, this payment to ecosystem services is actually launched. The idea is that if the people don't conserve the forest, they get basic income. So this is a very interesting concept, and currently 17,000 hectares have been covered. And in the next couple of years, maybe in the next 5 years, we are going to cover over 50,000 hectares of this particular land, and this amount to about 100 million carbon credits.
We are seeing the negative externalities of the economic progress that is happening, also in the form of creating new environmental challenges. One such grave negative impact of such economic activities is plastic pollution. And the theme for this year's World Environment Day is Beat Plastic Pollution. Plastic pollution is a major threat and a major pollutant in the world today. More than 400 million tons of plastic is generated annually all over the globe, out of which half is designed to be used only once. However, that is not happening. Less than 10% is recycled, while an estimated 20 million tons end up in lakes, rivers, and seas. In our state, we have seen that we are on the world map for having the cleanest village and also the cleanest river. But at the same time, we have some of the dirtiest rivers also. It's an irony. On one half, you have the cleanest villages, the cleanest rivers, and on the other, we are among the top 45 most polluted rivers in the form of Waomkra and in the form of Umshirpi rivers. This is a matter of concern for all of us, and we have to take this as a challenge. We are doing so slowly and slowly. In fact, about a month back, we had a meeting with all the stakeholders, with all the Rambashnongs, to discuss about this issue of plastic pollution especially, and also waste in Umkra and Umshirpi. And you must be wondering what has happened after that. You've not heard much, but I can assure you that work is going on. We have formed the Apex committee, and what is happening now is that we have started going to certain areas. We have done the most challenging area, which the government is a big stakeholder, and that is that police reserve area. Because in that meeting, I remember the Rambashnong of Waingdo saying that most of the pollutants is coming from the reserve area. So we had gone there, we had done the inspection, we have identified what steps need to be taken, and I'm sure that things will improve very soon. But
today's program is another step forward towards ensuring that we are able to once again stress on the need for all of us to work together to be able to achieve the goals that we have laid in front of us. And hence, it cannot be done simply by the government. It has to be something where we as a community, as a society, must come together so that we're able to get real results. I was very happy because we were discussing about the Citizen Eye application and software, which we will be launching very soon, which is an app where you will be able to connect with the government and the governance and different administrations to be able to send information on certain areas, for example, the pollution aspect, or even simple indisciplines as mentioned, like wrong parking. And hence, this will be a sense of also an eye over the public, where the public will themselves start feeling that we are being watched. And hence, we strongly feel that this will have not just an impact of information coming to us quickly, but more importantly, it will be a deterrent where a lot of citizens will start feeling that, well, I don't want to be caught on the camera doing the wrong things. And hence, we feel that these kind of technology and apps will be great. And I hope that citizens will also join us and make this app very successful. Of course, not with the intention of misusing it to create trouble or headache for somebody, but with a positive intention of really making a difference. Another important theme for this year is plastic. And as you know that the single-use plastic has been banned by the state government. But we have challenges when it comes to enforcement. So I want to share with you that we will be ensuring that the supply of single-use plastic that comes into the state will be dealt with very, very firmly. We expect that people will stop using it. It's not so simple. Until unless we are able to come up with an alternative, like having organic bags, which look like plastic and feel like plastic, but degrade after 90 days, which by the way is happening as we speak. We are producing those kind of bags now. Or be it having reusable bags, or just cloth bags which you carry every time you go shopping. So until unless that doesn't happen, our administration, the DCs, the SPs, the State Pollution Board, will need to ensure that those who are bringing in the supply of single-use plastics, they need to be caught. I also would like to mention that the PES system that I had mentioned to you, the Payment for Ecosystem Services, this is again another very unique program that this government has done. We plan to expand this in the coming years in a very large scale. And we expect that when these different, almost 50,000 hectares of land will come under the Payment for Ecosystem Services, we are working with different agencies so that we can get the carbon credits for this. And hence, this is again a very unique program started by Government of Meghalaya in this scale, which has never happened in any other part of the country. Even just a few days back, I had distributed a large amount of checks to different community forest areas, where now they are getting, one particular community is giving about 125 hectares. So they're receiving about 25 lakhs per year from the government to sustain the forest, which means in the next 5 years, they will get 1.25 crores so that they are able to have economic activity as well as ensure that livelihood is created through different activities. And this will be again dovetailed with many other mission mode programs, whether it be tourism or whether it be agriculture and all these other aspects that we have.